Hello class 8, how are you all doing? I hope all of you are doing well. Now you are not at all getting bored. So in the previous videos that I posted, I explained to you the concept of resources, the classification of resources, what are human resources and why are human considered as the important resource. Now let us go ahead with the other topic of resources. As we talk about resource, we know that resources are very important for the existence of human beings. They are very vital. And who create these resources? Human beings. So we, the human being, the human resources, utilize the natural substances and convert them into a useful resource. Now, the resources are not evenly distributed all over the world. There are some parts of the world where resources are available and there are some parts where they deficit resources. That means they lack resources. Some resources are also there which are available in abundance to us. That means they are finite in nature, and there are some resources which are not finite in nature. Those resources can deplete anytime with overutilization of human beings. We human beings, as we created new technology, we started overutilizing the nature. We started overutilizing the natural substances. Now we are actually dictating the nature. We are controlling the nature. But somewhere we need to understand that resources are not available in abundance to all. Yes, there are some resources which are available to us, which we can use again and again, and it will not get depleted. But there are vital resources like coal and petroleum which are not available to us in abundance. So we need to conserve those resources. We need to reduce the use of those particular resources, because if once it will get depleted, it will take millions of years to get regenerated. So it is very important for all of us to understand the concept of resource conservation. Now, what is conservation of resources? Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed. That means we need to utilize the resources, but we need to utilize it very carefully without overutilizing it, and we should give them time to get renewed. Then only the resources can be used by the future generation. Otherwise, think of a situation that when there will be no resource, when there will be no electricity, as coal and petroleum will not be there, obviously there will be no electricity, people will not be able to cook their food. So again, they will go back to the period of early civilization where people used to live without electricity, without fan, without AC, right? So with technology also, with creating new technology also, if there will be no resources, what we will utilize actually? So it is very important to conserve the resources. We human beings need to understand that resources are not available in abundance to all. So in this context of resource conservation, we need to understand three important R's. Number 1, reduce. Number 2, reuse. And number 3, recycle. Reduce means to reduce use of a particular resource. For example, petroleum. Reuse, we can again and again utilize that same resource, then obviously it will not get overutilized. Recycle, for example, aluminium tin, like any aluminium vessel, you people have seen that the vessel is now cannot be used for suppose serving food, but still that can be used for planting trees, right? So that is called recycle. So in context of conservation of resource, we need to remember reduce, recycle and reuse. Now when we talk about conservation of resource, very important topic comes to our mind, that is the concept of sustainable development. Now before I start with the concept of sustainable development, let me tell you from where this concept came actually. There was a summit, first International Earth Summit, which was held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in the year 1992, where around 100 100 heads from different states, they came in the meeting, and there they discussed several problems that the globe, that the world are facing, like problems of global warming, like problem of poverty, problem of climatic change. And after that, all the heads, they signed a declaration which is named as Agenda 21, that is agendas for the 21st century, where they try to solve the problems of like the problems that our world facing now, right? To combat the issues of poverty, to combat the issues of ozone depletion, the issues of global warming. And in this in this meeting, the most important agenda that was to adopt was sustainable development. So now let us go to the concept of sustainable development. What is sustainable development? Sustainable development means we should utilize the resources in such a way that the resources should be available for the present generation. They can utilize the resources but without compromising the need of the future generation. Let me again repeat it. Carefully utilizing the resources so that beside meeting the needs of the present, also take care of the future generation. And this sustainable development was the main agenda of the first International Earth Summit, which actually highlights that it is time to actually think about the future generation. We are only thinking about the present generation, and how we are going to utilize the resources for the present generation, but we need to also think about the future generation. Now let us go ahead with the principles of sustainable development. Principles of sustainable development. There are 6 principles in total. First principle is respect and care for all forms of life. That means we need to respect, we need to care all forms of life that exist in our earth. Whether it is a mammal, whether a bacteria or animal or plant, we need to respect and care all forms of life. Number 2, improve the quality of human life. We all know that human beings are the creator of all the resources. Without human being, the natural substances are meaningless. Resources can be only created by human resources. So it is very essential to provide them better facilities like better education, better opportunities and a pollution-free environment which will help in their development. Number 3, Earth's vitality and diversity to be conserved. As we all know that in our earth, the natural substances or the human resources which are available are diverse in nature and they are very vital for our existence. So it is very important for all of us to conserve the diversity and vitality of Earth. Number 4, to minimize the depletion of natural resources. As we all know that natural resources are available to us by the nature, but we have to remember that they are not available to us like to utilize it any way we want to. No, there are resources which will take a long time to form. What we are doing, we are actually overutilizing the natural resources. We are utilizing the natural resources such a rate that it is actually overlapping the period of its development. So we need to give it time to develop, to get regenerated. So we need to actually minimize the depletion of natural resources. Number 5, change personal attitude and practices towards the environment. That means we have to be very much careful. We need to understand the importance, the vitality of environment in development of a human being, in the development of a human resource. So we need to change our personal practices like throwing of plastic, throwing of garbage here and there, cutting down the trees for our own benefit, actually damaging the natural habitat of the animals. We need to understand, we need to think that this natural environment is very, very crucial. So we need to change our attitude and also the practices towards the environment. And the last one, enable communities to care for their own environment. That means the communities should understand that the environment belongs to them and they need to care for their environment. So what we understood from the chapter, that resources are vital for the human existence and human beings are actually the creator of the resources. Without human beings, the resources cannot be created. Neither the resources or the natural substances got any meaning without human beings. So we need to think also about the future generation. We need to utilize the resources. We need to use the resources in such a way that the resources should be available for the future generation. We need to reduce the damage on the environment. We need to think about using the renewable resources, but those resources are sustainable in nature, so we can utilize those resources as it is available in abundance to us. But it is very important to conserve the resources and to conserve the resources in such a way that that resources should be available for the future generation. So now we are completing the chapter with this last topic of principles of sustainable development. After this, I have provided you with a module where there are some important questions like some differentiation which I have already provided you, and there are some home assignments which you will complete by your own self. Thank you. If you have any problem, you can contact me. You can post your query either in the WhatsApp group or you can message me personally. So I'm signing off for today.